Last time this guy came over to the curatorium, he asked us to find him a secret shortcut between Nodcry and Snezhnaya. Yeah, right. Like we'd ever share that kind of intel with him.
Transfixed! Pyroclastic surge! Overruled! Illusion shattered! Transfixed! There is no escape! Light of the blazing sun! Laid bare! Illusion shattered! Burn it down! Shine down! Rise with the sun! Illusion shattered! Shine down! Burn it down! There is no escape! Wrath from the sky! Shine down! Overruled! Light it up! Full throttle! There is no escape! Transfixed! Rise with the sun!
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra. Ad Astra at.
Smash and grab! You're my target! You're not going anywhere!
Well, if it isn't the Traveler. It's been a while for sure. Didn't expect to see you and not cry. Oh, if only. Not cry's even more lawless than I could have imagined. How should I put it? Well, that's just it. This place is quite literally a lawless land. Even if I was hired to provide legal assistance, I suspect it'd all devolve into everyone resorting to the Final Defense Manifesto to air their grievances. Ta-da! Here's your answer. The most direct method of self-defense. Okay, enough of that. The reason I came to Nod Cry is to gather material for the new legal guidebook I'm co-authoring with Shinobu. The book's theme centers on the borders of law, and one of its chapters is about what happens when law and order completely breaks down. There's no way I'd be able to get an accurate picture of that back in Liyue. So here I am, this infamous land of lawlessness. As soon as I stepped into Nod Cry, I knew I was in the right place. It's not like the law here has broken down. It's more like it never existed at all. And, unsurprisingly, I haven't run into a single person in my line of work. Being a legal consultant here is probably an easy way to starve. Hey, don't worry. I've got Adeptus blood, remember? Ordinary bandits can't even scratch me. In fact, I'm kind of waiting for someone to come and accost me.
Then I can drag them aside and interview them on how they survive in such a hostile place. Ah! Yeah, you have no idea. I spent so long convincing her to let me leave. I'm sure my horns grew out a little. Why, yes, we talked it through. I definitely did. Yes? Yeah. Granny just loves me to bits, you know, and we spoke for ages. Anyway, I'd love to stay and chat, but I've got an appointment with, the Curatorium of Secrets, that's it. So, without further ado, I'll be getting a move on. See you! Bye!
He must be here to buy supplies. I'm no good at handling people that uptight. Better get going while I still can. Add astro...
There is no escape!
With the marrow of the 3 moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall! Did you honestly think that would hit me?
Shine down!
You cannot face me!
Lush as the moon.
Solidify!
Illusion shattered!
Surge.
That's more like it. Some results of value.
Receive my blessing.
Stabilize!
Shine down! There is no escape!
Gather!
Lush as the moon.
Illusion shattered!
Be shackled!
There is no escape!
Stabilize!
Receive my blessing.
Did you...
Shine down!
Solidify!
Surge.
There is no escape!
Stabilize!
Shine down!
Branches of song.
There is no escape!
Reverse!
Illusion shattered!
Receive my blessing.
With the marrow of the 3 moons in my hand, behold the false moons fall! Entropy! Solidify!
Surge.
Shine down!
Solidify! You cannot face me! So you'd rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
There is no escape!
Solidify!
Wait.
Illusion shattered! Shine down! There is no escape!
Gather!
You pull. Shine down!
Solidify!
Branches aside. Illusion shattered! There is no escape!
Ad Astra. Thank you for Ad Astra.
This realm is truly beginning. If you ever... This realm is... If you ever...
Smash and grab!
Yikes! It's her again! The one who uses those super pricey cosmetics? Huh. Maybe I should try them out sometime. Though, thinking about it, I've never actually worn makeup in my life.
Vacation. Right. This is clearly...
The actual vacation comes right after this. I promise.
You're my target!
Illusion shattered!
Strike a pop! You're not going anywhere!
Let me amuse myself a little.
Freeze!
Shine down!
Subject.
May I present?
There is no escape!
Here to play.
Shower me with flame!
Test subject.
How brilliant!
Shine down!
Are you here to grab? Let me amuse myself a little.
Pick the wrong subject. Can't run from death.
The show begins!
Illusion shattered!
Are you here to play? Fruit.
Freeze! The wrong test subject. Pick the wrong test subject. You can't run from death.
Ad Astra Abyssosk. Thank you for
Huh? Where's Columbina? Paimon doesn't see her anywhere.
Over here.
Oh! What are you doing all the way up there?
Come join me.
What are we getting ourselves into this time?
Do you remember those stones we went out to gather last time?
Last time? Oh, you mean the ore that glows after absorbing Kuvaki?
Correct. Well, after that, the Guhenki gathered some more, and I sorted them into 2 types. Darker ones and lighter ones.
Darker ones and lighter ones? But why?
To play moon chess, of course.
What's moon chess?
Oh, you've never played? I see. Ever since seeing the grids the children of the Frost Moon Scions draw on the ground, I've always wanted to try it out. But I've never had anyone to play it with.
Well, what are the rules?
It'll be easier if I just show you.
Whoa! That's amazing! How did you do that?
With a little Kuvaki, of course. You can't do that?
Maybe you should lower your expectations. We're not all moon goddesses.
As you wish. Now, this is the board. It represents the night sky, and the pieces each player controls represent the moons. The 2 players take turns placing their moons in the sky, and the first to get 3 moons in a row wins.
Oh! So it's basically a version of tic-tac-toe. So, it's called moon chess here in Nodcry, huh? Talk about giving it a local touch.
I see. Well, in this version, the moons rotate, meaning there can never be more than 3 moons in the sky at once. So, when the night sky is full, the moon that rose earliest will vanish.
That actually makes a lot of sense. And it makes the game a lot harder, too.
So, would you like to give it a try? It'll be my first time playing too.
Sounds fun! Paimon will be the referee. The Traveler's a clever one, though, so watch out.
All right then. Moons, moons. This should win it. Thank you. I enjoyed that a lot. If you'd like, feel free to come keep me company again sometime. Here, take this as a token of our promise. Would you like— I used to take long walks in Silver Moon Hall every day. Aiming a beam of moonlight at Llama's head makes their antlers grow taller. And if you get the angle just right, you can even get them to stab a piece of fruit that's too high to reach. What then? Oh, you get scolded. Oh, we kept in touch until a short while ago. I asked her to recommend some books for me to read to the Kuhengi. She sent a whole lot and even gave me detailed explanations about the inspiration and setting for each one. I asked her when I might be able to read a book she had authored herself, but then I suddenly stopped hearing from her. Perhaps she went off to write one. The Hydro Dragon who serves as the Eudex of Fontaine? Another dragon who puts people in prison. I'm not sure I'd want to meet him. If we cross paths during my journey, I'll be sure to say hello. The first time I sang in the gardens of Zapoliarni Palace, the Tsaritsa happened to pass by. She stood there, silent and motionless, like a statue with no expression carved onto the face. For a moment, I felt as if she wanted to say something to me, but she never did. She seals her emotions beneath thick sheets of ice. The outside world sees but one side of who she is, that of the Tsaritsa. If the answers I sought rest on the moon, perhaps hers lie buried in snow and ice. He's quite the opposite of his code name, and that seems to be intentional. Although he's known as the Jester, his tone is stern and serious, and he speaks in confusing riddles. The mask he wears depicts a grin that mocks the world, but he himself never smiles. Many respect him, but just as many fear him. Is that too confusing? Well, you see, creatures accustomed to living in darkness will never choose to get close to the light. It's too dangerous, for light would only lengthen their own shadow. There was a time when the doctor took care of me, even claiming to think of me as his sister. It was only later that I discovered, the closer you are to him, the more freely he uses you. What's a little discomfort among family? We endure for each other, surely. That's how he thought of things, and I could tell he meant it. But I didn't want to have to endure expectations like that. They took me back to my first home, and the eyes staring up at me from beneath the altar, so full of greed. The House of the Hearth is home to many children, and it can get quite noisy. The first time I heard them call Arlecchino father, I thought it was a rule that had to be followed there. So, the next time she passed by, I used that title as well. That's when I learned just how quiet the House of the Hearth could become. I can teach you to talk just like him. All you have to do is combine the words money, that darn pantalone, and mark my words. Here, I'll show you. Where's the money? Mark my words. I'm going to kill that darn pantalone. Or, that darn pantalone is going to cough up the money. Mark my words. See? Isn't that fascinating? I wonder, does the key on her back ever stop turning? Does it change direction? Does she remove it when she sleeps? How does she roll over? I've been curious about that key ever since I first met her. But since we weren't close then, it didn't seem right to just go up and touch it. So whenever I had the chance, I would follow behind her, trying to figure out the pattern of its movement. But one day, she suddenly turned around and demanded to know why I kept following her. After I told her the reason, she said, "If you're that curious, why don't I put one on your back, and you can see for yourself?" So I lived with a key on my back for a few days, and it was quite the challenge. Sandrone doesn't have it easy, so I've looked out for her even more since then. I'm not sure what counts as death for a puppet. All I know is, Sandrone isn't moving, and I can't feel her operating. Her key is just stopped. And all because of the technique she used to bring me back. She said she was going to get back at me that one time. How I wish that's all this was. Just an attempt to scare me. In his eyes, everything and everyone has a price tag, and he gets to decide their value. We're all just bargaining chips he can use to expand his ever-increasing empire of wealth. But who would want to visit a boring empire like that? Not me, that's for sure. If he saw me now, I'm sure his smile would hide even more contempt than before. I can almost hear it now. Congratulations, Miss Columbina. Your value has appreciated. If metamorphosis ends in one's wings being engulfed in flame, perhaps remaining in the cocoon is how one survives. But I doubt Rosaline ever considered making that choice. Or perhaps she had determined her own end from the very beginning. Whether it was love, hate, or a simple dance, she gave her whole self to her pursuits and left others to sing her dirge after her departure. I've heard he has a good relationship with his family. They go camping together and have barbecues by the lake. Sandrone says he's the harbinger who lives most like an ordinary person. I don't really understand ordinary people, but that kind of life sounds nice to me. Your birthday is on the same day every year? Wow, that's easy to remember. Moon Prayer Night is held at different times each year, so I can only estimate my birthday by sensing the moon. A birthday is such a joyous occasion, isn't it? Everyone gathers to dance while people make delicious offerings to give you. Huh? Regular people's birthdays aren't like that? Gifts, cake, and friends? Oh, that works too. Let's invite your friends to celebrate. I can sing you a song, and we can even ask Malhouse to paint a picture for you. By the eternal moon, the tides shall surge. By the frost moon, the night shall be illuminated. By the iridescent moon, darkness shall be cast deeper into the shadows. I now hold the threads of fate in my hands. From now on, the new moon shall watch over and illuminate the world below.